Hey gang, this is Coach, and I thought I would do a quick video since so many of you said that it helped you to see things and to hear it as well as to read the directions. Also, I wanted to thank you for alerting me to the fact that one of the questions was getting marked wrong when y'all had corrected it, and so thank you for that, so I could fix it and get you the grades that you deserve. So again, thank you for discussing it on the discussion board, and also thank you for emailing me and letting me know what was going on. Okay, also I'm going to keep you in the same groups for this week that you're already in. I know several of you were not active last week, so I would strongly encourage you to start talking to your colleagues, and either, like some of you talked about wanting to do chat and actually be on Google Docs at the same time. That's something you need to organize amongst yourself. The Google Docs are pretty good because you can actually, like, it records everything and it records every revision, so it's a pretty good little tool to use. And I know that you guys have some crazy schedules, and I understand that completely. I also understand, because this is a writing class and it is a process, you can't just slap down something and turn it in for a grade like it's finished. So one of the things that I'm hoping that you learn from each other is how to use each other for sounding boards or for added information or for reviewers. Okay, that way when you move on, you actually know how to do this for other people and you have more value to your classmates. Okay, so here's the checklist. This and this, I actually just put them up against each other, so you should see they're the same thing. Okay, you've got 4 chapters to look over. There are examples of research papers in each one of these. Okay, and they're not, since this week is really about honing in your argument, these are not necessarily research papers. One is a TED Talk, one is President Obama's speech, one of his little We Can platform, one is information about an animal shelter. So it actually links you to a website. So there are several ways to get this information across. Unfortunately, because this is a comp class, most of your stuff has to be in text, but I'm going to tell you that you can do this any format you want. You're still going to have to cite your sources MLA style. Okay, visuals are always appreciated. Everybody likes visuals because they break up the text. Okay, so you're going to take your quiz, alright, and then you're going to write your rough draft, and you're going to post it outside your folder. And I need to turn this into like Google folder. So if I go to Google Docs and I go to my folder and I open it, okay, this would be the annotated bibliography, which is actually going to go into its folder now. And I don't care, that's fine. Okay, and now I'm going to, you can do this one of 2 ways. You can either create a new Google Doc. Come on, baby. Absolutely share. Okay, and then I would tell you up here, make sure you title it something. If you don't, it will take the first sentence that you write. Well, for heaven's sake. Okay. I don't have an argument, but there we go. Okay. So, oh wait, here, we'll do this. There's an argument. Okay. So now I'm gonna like have my argument right here. Alright. It should be, all of you are in very particular groups, right? You're here, you're here, you're here, you're here. If you did not get an invitation and you're not in a group, you need to let me know ASAP so I can put you in a group. Okay? Then what you're going to do, you're going to post your draft outside, just in case you didn't see it. Okay? When you go to my folder, see, it's outside of all the other folders. Okay? So that way everybody knows this is what your peers are supposed to be looking at. This is what they're supposed to be reading. You can also make a doc. I didn't get permission. Well, y'all are on each other's thing, so hold on. Where are my girls that did so awesome? I think it was this one. Okay. So, yeah. This is OneDrive. They actually did their whole thing on one Google Doc. Okay, and it's awesome. You can go in here and look. You may or may not have permission, but they rocked it out. So there's only one Google Drive. It's in the total folder. See, if I just go in the folder, they put all their stuff right here. Indy was the first one, so she was the one that created the doc. Okay, now she's probably going to have to retitle that because as they move through this, it's going to be a little bit more complicated. Okay, but other than that, that's also an opportunity for you guys just to look at each other's stuff on one doc. Okay, and that way you don't have to go into each other's folders and try to find it. Okay, it's an option. You're in groups. You decide what you want to do. I know that some people prefer this. I know that some people only want to mess with it the way I showed you. I am okay with anything. I just want you to get your peer reviews done. Okay, so the checklist says you're going to write your rough draft. You're going to post it outside your folder. All right, you're going to put the Google link in your drive to the assignment. Okay, so you've got your quiz here, your drafts for peer review. When you open this, and right now I don't have anything published here. Okay. It's not going to let me do it as a student. When you open the drafts for peer review, it won't let me do it as a student. Yeah. You're going to go in here. Here are your if you have any questions, ask them at the top of your essay so any of your readers will be aware of the questions before they read anything. And then put the Google link here just in case we can't. Like when I go to look for your drafts and I go to look for your feedback, I still see that you've got it. Okay. Now, notice the due night. Some of you are missing the deadlines because you're not reading and you're not listening to the videos, and that's on you. But this is due. Your rough drafts are due 11:59 p.m. That's right before midnight, Thursday, June 28th. That's when your drafts are due in the Google Drive. Okay, if I need to turn this into a discussion board so y'all can paste it on the discussion board and find it, we can do that too. Okay. Your peer reviews, that means you're going to review everybody in your group. I'm going to give you 24 hours. It's 10 questions. Actually, it's 8, and then they get to add 2 if they want to that you need to do. It won't be that intense. It is a little time consuming, especially since I'm asking you to do everyone in the group. Okay? You are... I don't have the link. Nope. It's actually in the discussion board. Yeah. See, it's right here. Peer review. Okay. I don't have it available until Wednesday just because. You won't be able to you won't be able to read anybody else's post until you post yours. And I'm doing that for 2 reasons. Number 1, we tend to be a little lazy when we see other people's reviews. We tend to go, oh yeah, that's right. and then we kind of don't look for other stuff. So this is my way of helping you stay critical throughout your review. Okay, the other thing is if you don't post it, everybody's going to know and nobody's going to want you as a peer editor. Okay, yes, I know this is a little peer pressure. However, writing is public and you were told that at the beginning of the semester, and this is a good way to make sure that everybody stays accountable. Okay, so far on your checklist, you've got your rough draft. Okay, it's going to be outside your Google folder. It's also going to be here. You're going to put your link here. Okay, just in case somebody emails me and says, man, I can't get in there. Okay, this is going to be due June 28th. Okay, this is the discussion. It should take you to the discussion board. Okay, I gotta fix that perhaps. Okay, so I magically fixed it. So when you click on peer review, it's going to take you to the discussion board right here. Okay, again, you won't be able to see anybody else's until you post your two. Make sure that you fill them out completely with their name and your name. That way everybody knows whose work they're looking for and whose work they're looking at. Okay, so the other thing that you've got, this will be the fun one. Okay, when you get the peer reviews, okay, you're going to turn in your draft on Thursday at midnight or earlier. You're going to peer review for your peers by Friday at midnight. Okay, you get 24 hours. If you need an extension, let me and your peeps know. Okay, you're going to write a reflection. Okay, and that's right here. Okay, see how this is all in the same order. Okay, and revision plans, the directions are right here. Okay, it doesn't need to be a dissertation. You're really just giving me a knee-jerk reaction to the experience of what you just did. Okay, based on their feedback. Okay, some of you I know are going to be nervous, especially since this is a draft, and we all know it's not going to be perfect. It's probably going to be a bunch of junk or just a bunch of ideas that you're putting together and trying to see how well they're working, which is perfectly okay for a draft. I mean, that's the whole point of it being a rough draft. It's rough. Okay, which means not perfect, which means in a lot of cases ugly. Just make sure it has an argument and then a few supporting things and then a conclusion. Okay, and then you can do the revision plans in any format you like. Make sure that after you give me your feedback on the experience, okay, for you as an editor as well as a recipient, okay, tell me the revision plans that you're going to do. This is not due until midnight Sunday. Okay, I also want you to revise your draft between Friday and Sunday, and I know that's giving you the weekend, but you're going to revise your draft based on these plans. You're going to upload it Sunday, okay? Right here. And I am going to do a screencast video for you to give you feedback for your papers. This is really time consuming. The longer I give you to give me just a draft, the longer it's going to take for you to get back. You're going to want this sooner than later. So this is the only way that I could think of to get it where you have time to revise it, especially since some of you work really late on Wednesdays, and Wednesday would not be a good date for y'all. So I try to make it as late as I could, and I know you have to revise it over the weekend, and I apologize for that. If in the you've got another way that you could do this and you want to suggest it to me, stick it in your reflection and I will definitely think about it. Okay, just because again I'm trying to work with you and I know that you guys have lives, so yeah, if there's something that you think will work better, let me know and we'll give it a try like next week. Okay, so also remember your annotated bibliography is a running diary of your research. So you have notes from me, comments from me from last week's, okay? So you should go ahead and revise what I told you to revise, and then any of the news sources that you found this week while you're actually like trying to do your argument and trying to figure this out and put your sources together, go ahead and add them. Please don't delete anything on your last annotated bibliography. Okay, this is a diary of your resources. It's a diary of your research. So it's okay if there is some that you're not going to use. You can color code them. I noticed there were several of you that did that. Okay, you can write down, I'm not going to use this. There were several of you that did that. Okay, you're writing notes for yourself. I'm just telling you that there needs to be very specific things in there while you're writing these notes. Okay, I think that's it. That's all you've got to do for me. I mean, I know I make that sound like, oh, you don't really have a lot, and you kind of do, so I apologize. I'm not trying to make it sound easy. It is going to be time-consuming. The peer reviews tend to be a little time-consuming. I'm going to tell you, please don't get caught up in the grammar. These are rough drafts by definition. Grammar is not going to really matter more than the content. Okay, and when you look for grammar, you miss the content. When you look for grammar, you actually get more fatigued. So I know it's going to be hard for some of you, but I'm gonna ask you, look for the content and try to answer the questions so that your peer reviewee, the one who's getting your review, is actually like, she sees or he sees things that can actually be revised in a paper other than commas or quotation marks. Okay, that's about it. If you need me, I'm around. I'm on the discussion board. I will be online Wednesday and Thursday for questions if you need me, and I'm in the office all day on Monday, so if you want to swing by and ask me a couple of questions, you can do that too. I think that's it. All right, y'all have a good week.